Hi, everybody. Can you believe it? I'm live. It's been what, over a year since I've done a live stream? Welcome to Shalene's Creativity Room. And let me get my shirt all adjusted, and I can't go by what I'm seeing on the screen. You've got mail. It's all off whack. Who's all here? Yeah. Okay. My shoulders are off just a little bit because of a scar. I know. Welcome to Shalene's Creativity Room. This is Flosstube number 124. So we're going to wait about 5 minutes. We'll wait and see who's coming in, and then we'll get started. But so far we have Danielle and Teresa P. Hi. It says that I have 5 viewing. 2 people have said hello, and I don't know. There's Mandy. Hi, Mandy. So, yeah, I know. I haven't done a Flosstube since July. It's just been like that. Hi, Chris. How are you? So, yeah, just it was one of those summers, I took a month off from social media and stitching and just read books. So I did that, and I'm like, okay, I need to get a video done. And I'm like, let's go live. We'll go live. And so, yes, I have quite a bit to show you now that I waited so long. I probably will do this once a month, and it will always be right around the first of the month. It won't always be on the first. Wednesday nights seem to be the best night for me, that I don't have anything else going on. Mandy, a lot. You'd have to watch my weekly reads. I'm not discussing about the books in here. This is my Flosstube. But yeah, if you want to know what kind of books I like, just go and watch my weekly reads. So it's Rochelle. Hi, Rochelle. How are you? And Chris says she finally gets her operation on October 16th. What operation are you getting, if you don't mind? So, yeah, I know. It was a hot and humid summer, more than usual for us. And some rain. I did not have my grandsons very much. They're getting older, They can stay home with Dylan's girlfriend's daughter, who is turning 17 in November. Oh, no. Well, I hope it all goes well, Chris. I hope all goes well. I'm hoping that this lighting will work. I do have on my overheads, and I have on my ring light. My ring light, I don't know. It doesn't always seem to like to work like it should. I don't know why. Rochelle's driving home. Must be from work. You're getting home late. So, yeah, we got 2 more minutes. I do have my cup of tea. It is chocolate mint from Wegmans. I usually buy it from the Stash Tea Company, but Wegmans actually had it, so I bought their brand. Tastes the same to me. But yeah, chocolate mint. In my favorite Princess House coffee mugs, teacups, whatever you want to call them. So have all of you been busy stitching? Have you started anything new? Since you've seen me last, I did have three new starts. One was a finish. Let's see, who else? A PH mug. Yeah, it's a Princess House. Love the Princess House. We have Carol in here. So yeah, I have 2 new starts. I do have one more thing I do want to start by the end of the year. And I'll have to, I don't think I have the picture printed up. I'm not sure. Hi, Robert. How are you? Okay, so let's get started. Hello, everybody. All of my stitchy friends. Even Robert's in here. He does not cross stitch, but he does use yarn. So, yeah. And Mandy does not cross stitch. I don't know about anybody else in here. I think everybody else does. Okay, so what do you want first? Things that I bought, finishes, or WIPS? What do you guys say? What should go first? I'll show you what I'm doing this month. So you will see, Mandy. Just be a little patient. Just be a little patient. Oh, Becky's here. She says finishes. Okay. So in the 2024 Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue, Brian wanted to do a buddy along with me, a buddy stitch. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that with you. But I did it the whole weekend of a cross stitch weekend. So I started it on a Friday and I finished it Sunday night. Carol says also finishes. So this is from the Just Cross Stitch 2024 Halloween issue. It is called Toil in Trouble, and it is by Dirty Annie's. Look at that. Isn't she freaking cute? I loved it. A lot of color blocking, so that's why it didn't take me too long to stitch it up. But I was able to stitch it for the whole weekend. This is a piece of fabric that I had left over from something else, and I can't remember what it was. It's a lavender color, and it's either 28 or 32 count, and it looks like a linen. But yeah, that's Toil and Trouble, and I did use DMC. I believe I only used DMC on this. But yeah, isn't she adorable? She's got her leash with the cat. I know I did something a little bit different. I think I did something a little bit different than what it showed in the pattern, but I'm not positive. But yeah, look at her. So if you have the 2024 Halloween issue, grab it. Toil and Trouble by Dirty Annie's. Yes. See, the cat's leash has skulls on it. Has skulls on it. I'm just making sure. Okay. Another finish was a Mill Hill Charmed Mitten. I don't have it put together, but all the cross stitching's done, the back stitching, if there was any, and all of the beads are on it. This is Charmed Mitten Santa's Night. And I couldn't figure out why I was missing stuff. Well, it was part of a round robin that I did many years ago, and everybody stitched on fabric instead of on the perforated paper. But they used the small piece of perforated paper that gets cut out and put up on this. So mine is not red. It is the brown. It's okay. It'll be okay. So what you do, the beads are all on it. And so you glue this to a piece of felt, then I cut it out. That's how I do it. Everybody does it a little bit different. But yeah, so glue it to a piece of felt, cut it out. Do the same thing on here, glue it to a piece of felt, cut around this part here and this part here. So the cuff that you see here is what goes here. And then there's this little stocking that goes over here by his hand. So you would cut that out and put it here. So that's all I have to do. So when I'm done doing all of my mill hills. I'm going to spend a day just doing that. So I'm not doing them as I go along. I'm just going to have a finishing day with all my mill hills, so they will be done. Yes. And I think that's it as far as finishes. Okay, I did buy another mill hill kit. I'm getting away from the smaller ones and doing more of the full coverage. They're not all full coverage, but they're bigger. I like the bigger pieces. So I bought this a couple weeks ago. It's the clock shop. So there's a whole collection of the Christmas Village. And I do have the needlework shop in this one, and maybe another one. Oh, the gingerbread house. So this is the third one that I have bought. So I have not even started this. It won't get started yet for a while. So yeah. And then my friend Kaya, who most of you know, she dyes fabric, and I wanted a piece of pumpkin Halloween orange. And so this is done on a piece of 28 count cashel linen. Very pretty. I love this. I do not know yet what I'm doing on this, but yeah. Isn't that pretty? She does an amazing job. It was a little bit orangier, and I said, nope, I want it just a little bit darker. So that was perfect. And then I wanted a piece of green. I think what I want to do on this is the Frankenstein by Stitching Jules. I think that's what I want to do on this. And it probably won't, it might only need half of this. But on the screen, it looks like there's more blue in it than there is. It's mostly green. But I think I want to do the Frankenstein on this. And he's all done in black thread. But yeah, so she puts a tag now on them, and it says what size it is, what the fabric is, and then it says dyed by Kaya. So I have those. Okay, now on to WIPS. Are you ready? So every Monday night, I do Mill Hill Monday with the girls. I did it this past Monday. They weren't in there because they just got all back from a retreat. So they weren't able to stitch on their mill hills, but I did, and I posted a picture. And so this one here is all stitched now. It's a charmed mitten. This one's called Star Topped Tree, which I don't have the star for it because this was also one of those done on the round robin. But all the stitching is done, the back stitching, and I've started adding the beads. So this is what I have done so far. And so the beads are getting added. And then the part that goes on the top for the cuff. And then there's a star. Maybe that's a star. This is a star that goes on top of the tree. There's a heart charm that goes down here that I don't have, and I probably won't add it. It won't need it. But yeah, all the stitching is done. I'm just adding the beads now. So next Monday night, I will add the beads and post a picture. So that's Mondays. Thursday, when I go to the cross stitch store, did I bring that in? I did. Okay, I have another mill hill that all the stitching is done, and that is Into the Woods. So I work on this on Thursday nights when I go to the cross stitch store for the stitch They have a stitch-in on the 1st and the 3rd Thursday of every month. So this is Into the Woods. All of the cross stitching and the back stitching is done. I just need to add the beads. They won't go on for a while because I'm still working on others that need the beads. This was so much fun. Look at it. It's all, I love this. I do. It was a lot of fun. And you know me, I like my full coverages, even for the Mill Hill kits. Love these full coverages. But I can't wait to add the beads on and get this finished. And then I'm going to order the frame that it goes in. And if you want to know any of the links, Danielle is putting them in for you guys so you can find them. Oh, Danielle said she enjoyed doing that one as well, which was Into the Woods. And that I love the cats. I love the cats. So yeah, I worked on that. I also worked on it at a retreat. I went to a retreat the beginning of September in Indiana. And I worked on it there as well. I didn't take anything big with me. So this also just needs the beads. So another one that I had started last year, like everything I'm showing you, I had pretty much started last year. And this only had a little bit done, but I'm now working on this on Thursday nights. And this is the winter series. This is the Gingerbread House by Mill Hill. Isn't that cute? So I love doing the beadings. So I have that much done. So I'm pretty much doing like all the white, and then I'll add in the rest of the colors. So once I got going on it, I just kept going and going with the white. Once the white's all done, then I'll go to the next color. So that's how I've been doing these. So tomorrow night is the first Thursday of the month. There is a stitch-in. I will be working on this. So yeah, this one isn't the Christmas Village. This is the winter series. So I want all of them. I want all of the Christmas Village and all of the winter. So that'll be going with me tomorrow. Okay. Oh, I need this. Do I need this? No. This had this. This is Into the Woods. I really don't need this anymore. I can throw it out. Let's see. I moved my mouse. Oh, thank you. Yes, my pretty project bag. Like that. That is from my lovely friend, Deanne. Look at the back of the fabric. Isn't that pretty? But I love it with the bats. The bats and the tree branches. Yeah. And then it's really pretty inside. She has, there's pumpkin fabric. And then on this side is, it's what was on there. Can you see that? It's got the moon and the trees. Yeah. I love my bags that she makes for me. Love them. So there is that. Okay, the number one project that needs to be done this year is Astrology Cat. That's a Haid. And it will look like this when it's done. It is 300 stitches wide by 202 high. And it's a stitch along with the Haid group on Facebook. And so we got a drop every quarter. And we just got our last drop. My shirt does not want to cooperate. Carol wants to do Into the Woods. Okay, so I am doing this on, and this is another bag by Deanne. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And I have a matching grime guard from the wonderful Danielle. Yep. So that's what I keep my astrology cat in. The astrology cat is done on 28 count Monaco, 1 stitch over 1, 1 thread over 1, and I have 64.52%. So 64 and a half, well, almost 65% done. So I'm getting there. This is, I believe this is the end here. And then I still have to go down a little bit further on this row, but I believe that is the end of this side. Hi, Diamond Beach Painter. It's Jennifer, right? Is it Jen? Jen? But I love stitching on this. It is confetti heavy. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's confetti heavy. I want this done by the end of the year because then we get all of the charts from the Stitch Along. We had to have so many pages done, and then you get all the charts. But if you finish this by the end of the year, you get all those charts, plus you get to pick 2 of your favorites from the Haid website free. So, yeah. My goal is, if I need it done, I need to get 440 stitches a day on this, Mondays through Thursdays. Thursdays, when I go to the cross stitch store, that's not always going to happen. But once the snow starts flying, I won't be going to the cross stitch store, so I'll get more stitching time in. And the other days, I can get more stitching in than the 440, and it'll make up for what I haven't done. But yeah, that's my first one that needs to be done by the end of the year. And then my second one that needs to be done by the end of the year is the stocking, and it's a Haid. So that's what it looks like. Stocking Treasure Dragon by Miles Pinckney. And I have 82.11%. Yes. It's getting there. And I forget how many stitches a day I need to do to finish it. And I only work on this Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Look at, I finally have the heel of the stocking. And I'm hoping I have enough that I can do, it's for my son, Justin. I'm hoping that I can do his name up here and still have enough room, you know, to have it sewn into a stocking. And this is also very much confetti. A lot of confetti. But, oh my gosh. So Justin's like, I want it for this Christmas. Yes, it will be done by this Christmas. It probably will not be sewn into a stocking. And I'm not doing it because I'll ruin it. So I'm hoping either someone at the cross stitch store that I stitch with, I'm hoping that one of them can do it for me, or my sister-in-law. Yeah. So that's the other one that has to be done by the end of the year. Okay, another one that I did work on this summer for a little bit. It's very confetti heavy. There was some color blocking. I do not know the percentage because it is the only Haid I must not have kept in my other computer. I cannot find it anywhere as a PDF. I must have printed it up years ago and didn't keep the PDF. So I have to work from the paper chart. Okay, you guys, this chick here did not want to ever learn how to use Pattern Keeper. No, I was not interested. Not at all. I kept saying, no, you guys are crazy. Tablets crash, all of that jazz. Yes, Danielle says I was stubborn. I was very stubborn. So I always work from the paper charts. Can you imagine with a Haid? Do you know how much longer it takes? Because you're looking at the square you're in, and then you're looking for the symbol. Now you got to go over to the color key to find that symbol. Yeah. I have now learned to make a working copy because I never did a working copy before with my Haids ever. I just moved my magnet down. Yeah, I now use a highlighter. When I finish a 10 by 10 square, I just mark off that section. Why? Like she said, stubborn. So where's the picture? There it is. Yeah, stubborn. So this was a stitch along back in, oh my God, I didn't write it down. Back years ago before Facebook, there was forums, and I was in the Heaven and Earth Designs forums, and they did stitch-alongs all the time. 1902? Really? 1902. See, now Danielle's aging me. And this is Rapunzel, the story keep. So I'm like, okay, I'll just buy the Rapunzel chart now and just find this part of it. So I did that. What happened? She doesn't use the same symbols or the same color floss that was used in this. I wasted $10 buying the PDF of the whole chart of this. I really thought I could outsmart my system, and it failed me. So it takes me a little bit longer to stitch on this. I do have, I think, am I on the second page? There's 4 pages. And I'm on page 2. So I don't even have half of it done. New copy came out in 1910. So that's what I have done. So it's not even 50% done. Nope. So the only color blocking in was her skin. Everything else was confetti heavy. I didn't pick up this again till last year, and I only had a little bit of this done. So I've done quite a bit, but I really want to finish this. It's just going to take me a while. Danielle is a comedian today. Just ignore her there behind the screen. Like the Wizard of Oz, just ignore the wizard behind the screen. So I do not know when I will get to this again. Okay, another one that I worked on in June or July was Spring Angel by Joan Elliott. I didn't get a lot stitched on it. This is an older chart. It is from, and it's fallen apart. My magazine is like falling apart. It is from the Cross Stitcher April 1997 magazine. I did make a working copy out of it, but yeah, my magazine's falling all apart. Okay, good night, Chris. Glad you came in. So I am doing, I got to find what she will look like finished. She is on page 11. Okay, so she's going to look like this when she is done. Isn't that pretty? I've done one other of hers that I did finish. I finished one or two of hers. Other ones. And there's more I want to do. But this is what I have done so far. So almost 3/4 done. And I don't know when I will get back to her. This is a Joan Elliott design. I know sometimes you can find her patterns on the 123 Stitch and a few other online stores of her patterns that were in magazines. You can now find them individually. I am not sure about this one. So that is Spring Angel. And this has a lot of back stitching and a lot of Krynic. There's Krynic throughout a lot of this. And this is done on a 28 count Monaco. And that stocking is being done on 25 count Lugana, and so is Rapunzel. Hi, Marianne. How are you? Okay, I need a drink. Okay, those are new. That's a new start. I only had one new start. I must have shown my other one another time. Okay, I am still working on my lawn dog. I don't have much I can show you because I had to move the Q-snap. Once this is moved, I do not remove the Q-snap till I have to move it again because it is a pain in the butt. So there are 20 pages, and I think I'm on page 11, I think. Yep. I'm on page 11. Wherever it is. Oh, it's on the magnet board. But yeah. So I have moved. Let's see if I can figure it out. Okay, so I have come down here. I'm down here. So this is where I am stitching right now. So I've done all of this up here. So the top part's all done. And I can get a lot done in a day because it's just using black floss. Hi, Sammy. And this is called Quinto Oculto, the Pointed Fifth. And that's where I'm at. So like I said, I am not taking all of this off. It is a pain in the butt. The fabric is 28 count gingerbread. I don't remember. I think it's Lugana, but don't quote me on that. But I do know it's gingerbread by Picture This Plus. And of course, my grime guard is made by Danielle. So I do need to put the fall grime guard. I can't remember if I have a fall grime guard. I can't speak. The fall grime guard yet or not. And then this is a project bag, I think made by Debbie that goes to the Lone Star Retreat. So those are my WIPS that I worked on already. My new start is Sarah's Diner, and it is off the Etsy shop. Stitches so beautiful, and so is SEW. And the designer is Catherine Holman. She has another one I really, really want. It's called Trick or Treat. So it's dark like this, and it's got trick or treaters. But this is Sarah's Diner. Absolutely love this. But I need to go buy Trick or Treat. I don't think I bought it yet. But Sarah's Diner, I started up here. And I am doing this. I think it's 28. It's either 25 or 28 count gridded Lugana. There is like 4 or 5 colors in here. You just can't see them. And this is the first page. Their pages are not very big. So it looks like there's a lot of pages, but they're really, it's not too bad. It's 500 by 400. So when you get the pattern and it says that there's how many pages, their pages are short. They're very small. Very small. So that's all I have done of that. Was just a start. And I don't know when I'll get back to it, but I had to start this. It was one of mine. So that was my, well, technically my third start, because at Toil and Trouble, I started and finished it. The other start was that Beauty and the Beast, and I already showed that a couple months ago. So yeah, but that's off Etsy. And the Beauty and the Beast is by Sunflower Stitches, and that's a website. So I don't know when I'll get back to that. Okay, other WIPS. I have a little notebook. I've had this for a while. I used to get Simply Gilded stickers and washi tape in a kit every month for a couple years, and then I switched to Cocoa Daisy, and so this came in one of the kits, and it's been sitting there. I'm going, okay, so I wrote down all the full coverages that I have going and what percentage I'm at right now, and then I did Mill Hill Mondays. So I wrote down in the order that I started my Mill Hills, and I'll mark them off as I finish them. So that's for Mill Hill Monday. And then Thursday night, starting in January, I'm doing Tiny Thursdays with the girls. So I made a list of any of my ornaments that were listed as small. That's 100 stitches. So yeah. So I have this, but the next Mill Hill kit that was listed is Rain Dog. So once I get all the beads done on this, I will pull out Rain Dog and I will see what needs to be finished. I don't know if I finished all of the cross stitching yet. I won't know till I pull it out again. So there is a second piece. And I don't know if I might not have. Do I have that? I don't know where the second piece is. Anyways, the other, because I'm going to stitch it on the side. That's what I was going to do. So there's the Rain Dog. And then trying to see how this one's done. It looks like it's just the antlers. So you stitch the antlers up and then you glue it to the top of his head. So I had enough room on this that I could actually do the antlers on the side. But that's what I have done. So I am not sure at this point if all the cross stitching was done, and I just need to add the beads and I need to do the antler. But that's what's next when I finish the Christmas tree one, the mitten. So, you know, that's for this month for the Thursdays, or Mill Hill Monday, I mean. So we'll put that here. And then the girls were going to stitch this tomorrow night, and then I believe the Sunday of my cross stitch weekend. I am not stitching this tomorrow night because I go to the cross stitch store and it's much easier for me to take the little Mill Hill kits with me. But Halloween Quaker by Lila Studio is what they're all stitching on tomorrow night. I'm going to wait till next Thursday because I won't be at the cross stitch store. So I will sit and I will stitch on this then. And I have quite a bit done on it. So yeah. That's how much I have done. So I know that like next Thursday, I will start it after dinner. And I will start stitching on it after dinner. And then the Sunday of my cross stitch weekend, instead of doing Lawn Dog, I will stitch on this. So I'm not sure. I need to see. That's the owl. I have to see. Okay. I do have quite a bit more to do on it. So that's what it's going to look like. So over on this side, I am here to the owl, and then I still have all of this here to do from the owl. There's the owl all the way to here. And then down at the bottom, what do I have done? So I have to do like from the ghost down. But I do have quite a bit done on it. And I can't remember what the name of this fabric is. I don't know if I'm using the fabric that it called for. I don't think so. But yeah, this is Halloween Quaker by Lila Studio. I love this piece. And this is pretty quick to do up too because there's not, it's mostly color blocking. You have a lot of color blocking. So you're not constantly changing colors. And I'm doing mine all in DMC. Because I don't own, it calls for Classic Colorworks, and I don't own any. So that is my goal next year. Whenever I go to the cross stitch store, I think, because she sells it there, I think next year I'm going to just buy a few skeins every time I go and start having some for my projects. I'm going to go through like a lot of my Halloween pieces that I have started. I think a lot of them call for Classic Colorworks, and so I'll pick them up. But yeah, I really, really enjoy this one. So like I said, I will be stitching this with the girls next Thursday instead of tomorrow. And then the other, what am I thinking? Hold on. I know we're stitching on that again. So I got to look at my schedule. Okay, so Halloween Quaker is tomorrow night. I'm doing it the 10th and the 31st. That's when it is. So I'm wrong. It's the 31st that they are stitching on that again. I might get to it on the 31st. That's Halloween. I always go trick-or-treating with my grandsons. Always. It's going to have to depend on the weather, though, because I have rheumatoid arthritis, and it used to be just in my knees and my ankles and my feet, and now it's in my lower back. I can't handle cold, wet, rainy weather. So if it's going to be a really cold, rainy night, I'm not going. Although last year, it was cold last year, but I stayed warm. So it's going to depend on the weather. The cross stitch weekend on Sunday, we are stitching on Haunted Library. That's the one we're doing. See, I should have had this written down. I had to pull out my calendar. So as you know, I started this a while ago. It was a stitch-along. Was the Haunted Library Stitch-along, and that's by Lola Crow. And I have quite a bit done. I have a long ways to go on it. I love this piece. This already has a home that it's going to, just because she wanted her sister to do it for her, and her sister wasn't going to do it for her, I guess. I will give it to her. I would give it to her. So yeah, no, I don't have a lot done, but I have enough done to say I started it, you know? So yeah, and this is this a 16 count? Might be a 16 or an 18 count. Danielle's laughing. She knows. It's for Danielle's sister. So I don't know if Danielle told her sister. I told her don't tell her, but yeah. So Denise can have mine when I'm done with it. Because I don't hang up my pieces. I have a bin full of all these finishes. I'd rather have her have it if she goes and takes it and gets it framed and hang it up. And if I wanted to, I can always stitch it again. Will I? No. I just enjoy stitching stuff. So if it's not something that I really, really, really have to have, I will find a home for it. But I'm enjoying this. I think there is a little bit of back stitching, but not a lot. I don't believe there was much. This is what I'm looking at now. I really don't see any back stitching. So maybe there isn't any. Because I back stitch as I go along and I don't see any. So maybe not. So yeah, that's Haunted Library. So that's what I'm doing on Cross Stitch Weekend that Sunday. That is all of my WIPs that I'm working on, or I have been stitching since my last Flosstube. So yeah, it'll be a busy month. And next year, there will be another Haid Stitch-along. Yes, there will be. Will I be doing it? Probably. The chances is about 95% yes. What's the 5%? It's going to have to be a chart I really, really want to do. Because do you know how many? Let's see. I can tell you. 1, 2. I have 34. Is it just 34? Oh, there's more. I have 38, which will be 39 full coverages going. So my thing is, it has to be a chart I really, really want to start. Otherwise, I'm going to pick, I'll probably put these all on a wheel and pick one to focus on instead of a stitch-along piece. But I have a feeling that I'll be doing the stitch-along because they always have something I like. Thank you, Danielle. Yep, hit those thumbs up, people. I have a feeling I will do the other stitch-along. In the place of the stocking, once that gets done, if it's done early this year, well, not early, we're in October, but if the stocking's done in like October, November, I will stick Astrology Cat in its place to stitch on Astrology Cat Monday through Friday. I'm just going to stitch on it. Keep stitching on it till it's done. I'll need a break. That's why in the evenings, like I do Mill Hill Monday. Yeah. I'll take a small break from the cat, but next year, in the place of when I stitched on the stocking, will be Chromatic Dragon. That was from Pain Free. That was the other dragon that my son Justin wants. Yes, Justin is a dragon freak, just like me. And everything I have started that has dragons, he knows he's going to get them all. So I showed him all the dragons I have started, and he wants the Chromatic Dragon next year for Christmas. So I already know that that's going to be my second piece to work on. Like this year was Astrology Cat and the stocking. Next year will be whatever the Stitch-along is and the Chromatic Dragon. Now, if by chance, which is highly unlikely, that there is a chart that I don't want, because she usually picks, there's usually 10 charts, and you pick from one. Out of those 10, am I really going to find one that I don't like at all? No, I don't think so. Because even with this year's, I liked the fox also, and I think Deanne's doing the fox. And one of the mushrooms I did like. But, yeah. And some of them that were doing the Rainbow Dragon, Sheena Pike is no longer part of the Haid team. So the rest of us do not get the Rainbow Dragon pattern. Which is fine because I did that one as a diamond painting anyway, so I wasn't going to stitch it. We already know what pattern we're getting in its place. Yeah, it's a gnome done in purples. Yeah, I really, really will want to start that. Do I need to? No. So, saying that I have that many full coverages, that's just with Haid's pain-free, Stitches So Beautiful, Sunflower Stitches. There's like 3 other companies that I do the full coverage. That's not including my Carolyn Manning, because Carolyn Manning, almost all of them are full coverage. But there are also a lot of color blocking. They're not confetti heavy. At least the ones I've stitched haven't been. So I don't have a list of Carolyn Mannings in here, and I probably have at least 12 started of Carolyn Manning. But that's what I'm doing with this notebook. I'm going to go through, and because I just keep this with me where I'm stitching. So, and mentioning full coverages, they do take longer. No doubt about it. They do take longer. I am at the point now where I would rather do full coverages. I just enjoy doing them a lot more. But, you know, every once in a while, you got to throw in something else. And I have all these other starts of Shannon Christine and Jareen Jones, the Carolyn Manning, and on and on and on and on. Do I want to finish them? Well, absolutely. Absolutely, I do. But I really, really like my full coverages. And that's pretty much all I want to do now. And I want to start them all. Like last year was start all the things. I have a couple hundred patterns that are full coverage that are not started. Do I want to start them all? Yeah, well, no, because I'm not stupid. If I was in my 20s, yes, I probably would. I turn 60 next year. I'm not starting all those full coverages. No. The purple gnome, Becky, if I can find a picture of it again, I will send it to you so you can see it. Wait till you see it. You're going to want it. I think you've used it as a picture of your thumbnail. When you were in one of my Zooms, I think it was a picture that you had. Yeah. I'm going to have to go through and find it. You are going to want it, though. And I know you don't do full coverage. But you will like it. You can't be scared with full coverage. Don't look at the whole thing. You just do a little section at a time. And there's no back stitching. See, that's the good thing, Becky. There's no back stitching. Becky doesn't like doing back stitching. Nope. But yeah, I'm into the full coverage. I like to take 2 or 3 of them and just focus on them. Okay, she did. That's what I thought. Oh, you do them. Okay, you just hate them. Okay. She did use it as a profile picture. I thought so. Yeah. It's really pretty. And when they told us we were getting that instead of the rainbow dragon, I'm like, yes. Because I wasn't going to do the rainbow dragon anyways. Because, like I said, I already did it as a diamond painting. But yeah. Okay. Favorite YouTubers. Who do you guys watch for Flosstubers? I have a list. I always try to watch Becky's Madness for Crafting. I did not watch any YouTube while I took a month off from social media. I did not. I did watch her latest vlog video. I will start watching her videos from now on as soon as they come out. Also, I watch Jen's World of Stitches every morning. I know some of you guys don't care to watch her videos. I like Jen. I like watching her morning videos. I try to watch Stitching Jules Designs. If you guys like Stitching Jules Designs, there is in my description, there is a link. If you use that link, you get a percentage off of your order, the total order, not one chart, but your total order, and it's only good for one time. Yes, Danielle says the newest YouTube floss tubers that are out that are funny is the Sloppy Sisters. I have not watched them yet. They only have a couple videos. I need to watch them. I'll probably do that this weekend. I watch Yorkshire Crafter, which is Julie. I watch Dizzy Stitcher once in a while. My Daily Hades once in a while. Gemma Stitches, she stitches full coverage and she always has a camera on. I like watching her once in a while. Enchanting Stitches, which is Dawn. Gayron Stitchery. Joanne the Eclectic Stitcher, she comes into my Zooms. And the other one is the Steadfast Stitcher. That's Beth. I watch her quite a bit. And Laura, Stitching by the Shore. I watch her sometimes. So, yeah. Those are all. But I know a lot of you guys watch more than I do. I don't watch very many Flosstube videos. And I don't watch too many. I've gotten back into my reading bug, and that's all I want to do is read. So I'm trying to finish a book now. I have a blog tour. It has to be up Friday morning, and I still have like 3 hours left in the book. So I need to read some more of that tonight, and then I got to finish it tomorrow sometime. And I got the stitching. So I leave here at like 2:30 in the afternoon tomorrow. I'm going to stop at Walmart because I like to eat jerky. So here's the thing. Jerky has gotten really expensive in the grocery stores. A big bag of it's like $17, $15. And on the weekends, I like to have a full bag a day because I can munch on them. It doesn't have the carbs. They have a little bit of sugar, and you can get them with no sugar. Danielle. Let me tell you about Danielle, the enabler. Anyways, so I was telling Dylan I want to get me a dehydrator, and they say to use London broil, get it when it's on sale, buy a bunch, make your own jerky. And I'm like, yeah, I need to do that. So Dylan's like, Mom, just get the jerky at Walmart. And I said, what? He goes, Walmart's brand, the Great Value. The big bags are $7, almost $8 a bag for one bag. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So I'm going, Walmart's just a little bit out of my way to go to the crusted store. That's why I'm going to leave a little bit early. I'm going to get 3 bags. I can get 3 bags. Yeah. For that price. I'm going to buy 3 bags so I can have some. I like to eat a little bit on the way to the cross-stitch store. I do not eat lunch because I have stomach issues that most of you know. So I'll eat a little bit there. And then the store provides us with dinner. And we just chip in $5 a person for the food. I thought he was coming in. I was saying he knew I was doing a live stream. So I'm going to stop, grab it so I have it for this weekend. I do plan on diamond painting a little bit this weekend. I want to do one section a day and then cross stitch the rest of the weekend. It is the stocking weekend. But yeah, so as far as what Danielle is saying, I had to stop with my friends. I'll show you. I'm going to pin this. See what she says? Let me tell you about Danielle. Danielle is one of the biggest enablers out there. Don't let her fool you. No, she is just as bad as any of the other floss tubers. So yeah, I can call you out. So, and they'll all agree in there. You wait, they're all going to agree that she's just as bad with the enabling. So see, Danielle this year was supposed to be joining me with the no new starts. We started all the things last year. Now the next 3 to 5 years is supposed to be finishing them all. What's Danielle been doing this year? Starting everything. See, Marianne agrees. Sarah Little agrees. Yep. So yeah, hands down the worst. See, we all know. Well, they're all laughing because we know Danielle's really bad about enabling. Yeah, so all of these girls are starting all the things, and Danielle's joining right along with them. And she was supposed to be my friend and backing me up. Look, yeah, making faces. She's supposed to be my backup of not starting new things. January came and went, and she forgot all about that. Yep, Teresa's shaking her head. Teresa Canifax, she's probably shaking her head too. Yeah. Oh, Rochelle said she's just getting home. Oh, Danielle says she made it to February. See, they twisted her arm and said you have to do this or they're going to show up at her house, right? I bet. Yeah, and it had nothing to do with her friends. None of us enabled her and told her she had to start any of this new stuff. Nope. I'm just making sure no one's messaging me from the family. Okay, see, Scott thinks it's just his phone that does it. Oh, and Teresa Canifax is saying yes. Oh, she's stitching on the October Quaker tonight, Rochelle is. Oh, Becky says, yes, it was her with the flag. Yeah, I thought so. That's okay. See, that's why we all love each other, because we can sit there and pick on each other and no one gets offended. Because if we did, we'd be shit out of luck, because it's going to happen anyway. See, yes, you have the best friends in the world. See, she says, what a batch of friends I have here. Yep. We wouldn't trade you in either. You all are my friends. I wouldn't trade any of you guys in. No. We all sit there and pick on each other, and yeah. And here was Danielle always, you do not need to buy any more charts. That's what she started out. When we started out as friends, I would say, I need to buy this. No, you do not need to buy it. Nope. No, you do not need more stuff. Now it's like, here, let me show you this. And she pulls up 5 screens. So, yeah. But I'm going to say goodnight. It is after 9 o'clock. We've been on a little bit over an hour. This was a lot of fun. This is what I'm going to do every month. It won't always be on the 1st, but it will be around the 1st. I have a piece of fuzz. It'll be around the 1st of every month. We will do a live stream because I'm not going to have a lot to show, but I like chatting with all of you. And this was a lot of fun. I missed this. Because I thought about giving up YouTube altogether while I was on my month hiatus. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do Flosstube anymore. And I don't know if I want to do weekly reads anymore. Now, some of my weekly reads, I can't do them every week because I don't read many books every week. But yeah. So I will see you guys next month. Next week I'll do a weekly read. But next month, I think the first is on a Friday. I may do the live stream Friday. Otherwise, it may be the Wednesday of the first week of November. Yeah. Did I say October? November. So thank you all for coming in. Danielle, thank you so much for putting links in. I appreciate it very much. Very much. So I am going to go and read for a little bit. Like I said, I need to finish this book. So stay tuned. I can't. Wednesday nights are the best nights for me to do a live. I have nothing else going on. So good night, everybody. Love you guys.